Good morning, everyone. This is Jill. I'm with Greenwood Girl Cards, and I'm here today on behalf of Paper Sweeties. I'm a creative designer with Paper Sweeties, which is a stamp company that my friend Debbie started. It's almost been 3 years now. And I'm here today to share my projects for the May 2015 release. And this is the first card that I created, and it's using a stamp set called MVP. And I'm going to show you really quickly if you can see it here. You can kind of tell some of the stamps that I used, but here's the outfit. There's a really neat emblem that it says baseball all the way around the edge here. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Then there's a little, there's a cup with a ball, so like a trophy, and then there's the word MVP, and then there's Hey Slugger, which I used on my card, so I put Hey Slugger, you're number one. So there's the you're number one. There's also you're an all-star, and the word score, and the word home run. And then there's a cap for him to wear along with the baseball uniform. So that's one of the first new stamp sets. Again, it's called MVP. And this is the card that I made using Jake, which is one of the existing Paper Sweeties dolls. So I used Jake, and then I dressed him in the baseball uniform. I chose some Tilda striped paper for the uniform, and then I just colored over portions of it with a red marker to give the uniform more definition and some color. So that is my first card. There's some embossing done on a piece of blue cardstock, and I use that to divide up the panel. So you always want to try and create threes, the rule of thirds in card making. So it's nice if you can divide a card up so your eye finds that more pleasant. So this was my first card using those two stamp sets. Then I also created this card. It says, "Hello friend, let's do lunch." And this card was creating using two different sets, the existing Paper Sweeties doll Emma, and you'll notice I have some pre-stamped and cut out. Whenever I go to stamp and cut out dolls, I always cut out extra, and that way when you go to make a card, you just have to pick out which outfit you want your doll to wear, and I usually always paper piece my outfits. So usually I'm just picking out whatever outfit I want her to wear, and then I just color her up. So I always have a few extras in there. It's one way to speed up your card making, is to cut them out ahead of time. And then, let me grab a piece of paper for this stamp set. So then the stamp set that I used to create the basket, which has a loaf of bread, some grapes, and a piece of watermelon in it, is called Life is a Picnic. And the sentiments are: life is a picnic, let's do lunch, you're invited, hello friend, you and me equals love, and then a little X heart, which is an adorable stamp. And then there's all the food, including a slice of cake, a piece of fruit, a watermelon, a loaf of bread, and a cluster of grapes. And then there's this basket, which I paper pieced on my card. I stamped it on white, and then I colored it in with brown, stamped it with brown ink, colored it in with a brown Copic, and then I paper pieced the liner and cut a slit across it in order to insert the food items that I also hand stamped and colored. So that's how I created that basket, the picnic basket. And then the last thing that's inside this stamp set is her little shoes and her outfit, and that is what you see her wearing here. She's wearing the shoes and this cute little outfit, and I added some little bow embellishments to the front of her shirt. And then to make her hold the basket, I just cut a little slit up into her thumb and slid the handle of the basket in, so it looks like she's gripping it with her hand. And then for her ponytails, I just added some little bow blings that are made out of, they're little plastic cabochons. And then I added a few clouds, and on the clouds and the fence, which is from the Home Sweet Home stamp set, which I don't have over here, unfortunately. It's a really neat stamp set, but I die cut the fence, and then I ran it through an embossing folder along with the clouds to give them a dotted appearance, just to add a little texture to the card. So that was my second card, hello friend, let's do lunch. And Again, that's the Life as a Picnic stamp set. And then I have a few more projects to share with you today. The rest of the projects use this new Happy stamp set. It's Happy stamp set and Happy Sweet Cuts dies. And it's basically a set that includes two large words, happy and sweet, with the word birthday and the word as can be, or the words as can be. So you can do sweet as can be, happy birthday, sweet birthday. You could add the word wishes. You can just come up with all sorts of different things using this set along with all the other sentiment sets that are available at Paper Sweeties to combine. So then it comes with also, separately, there's the Happy Sweet Cuts dies, and it has the two words, happy and sweet. So with this set, I made a bunch of cards. The first one is this one here. And you'll notice that the word sweet is actually popped up from the inlay. And the way I did that was I cut the word sweet 3 times, 2 from white cardstock, and the first one was actually die cut from this panel that I inked with several different color inks to create a rainbow. So the 2 white die cuts are actually glued underneath the die cut that has the colored rainbow on it, and then you inlay them back into the opening that you cut out of the panel, and it actually has them, it makes them kind of stand up off the panel, which is a really nice effect, and it gives you lots of dimension. And then I just stamped Birthday Wishes, which is from the Occasion stamp set. I just selectively inked Birthday and Wishes from 2 other sentiments. I think it's Easter Wishes and Happy Birthday. So that's how I came up with my sentiment Sweet Birthday Wishes. And then this is just a little sticker that I had in my stash of a little birthday hat, and I added a marshmallow sequin. I love these marshmallow sequins from Paper Sweeties because they're iridescent little flowers, and they're just a really fun little embellishment to use. So that was my first card, and then I went with my second card. I went with a floral theme, and I used just some Tilda paper, floral paper I had. I think it's Tilda, it may not be, it's just a floral paper that I had in my stash. And again, I popped up the die cut within the inlay. This time I left out the little inserted pieces so that the pink paper would show through, and the pink cardstock I actually ran through an embossing folder to add the Swiss dots to it. And then I used the same sentiment Birthday Wishes, but this time, oops, it's blurring. This time I put it on just a little die cut banner. And then I added some little paper flowers and a few more of those marshmallow sequins just to make it glitter a little bit. So that was my second card using the Happy set. And then my last card uses the Happy die word instead of sweet this time. And this time I left it in a white panel that I had inked with some blue inks to give it kind of an ombre effect from lighter to darker. And when I die cut the word happy out, I left everything intact when I took it off my die cut machine. I flipped it over and I taped some Scotch tape across the openings to hold all the pieces to the white cardstock. And I left it in place and did not add additional die cuts to it. I wanted this to be a fairly simple, easy, flat card. And then I used this stamp set here. It's called You Are the Most Wonderful. And to get the word fathers, I used the word father, and then I used the S from sister, and I added an apostrophe to come up with the sentiment Happy Father's Day. And the day is from Celebrate Your Day. I think it's in the Occasion stamp set, or no, it's not. It's in one of the banner stamp sets. So anyway, but that's how I came up with my sentiment. And I don't have that stamp set in front of me again. But, you know, it's just a matter of looking through your sets and being creative. You could also use one of the alphabet sets or any alphabet set you have in your stash to create the word day. And you could also use chipboard. So there's always ways to make sentiments if you don't have something in your stash that's working for what you need. This would have been really cute too if I had said something like Happy Dad's Day or something. So, and then to finish this card off, to divide it visually in threes, I added 2 different pattern papers. These are actually from Studio Calico. It's from a card kit that I got, I think back in 2014 or 2012. I don't know. I think it's pretty old. But I thought these papers were really perfect color to go with the inking that I had done. And then I just used some wood embellishments that I had in my stash, and I colored them with Copic markers just to add a little more detail and to put a male figure on the card. So that is the last of my projects. These are all the cards that I created for, again, for the May release with Paper Sweeties. And I want to thank you for taking a look at my projects today. And I will be back with you. The next release, of course, is in June. And I'll be back with you to show my cards then also and share the new stamp sets. So I want to thank you guys for taking a look today. Thanks for tuning into my channel and into the Paper Sweeties channel rather. And we'll be back with you again with more videos. Bye for now.